So welcome again my friends to a new exciting video where we're gonna work on the skeleton loading effect. So let me show you. So when you refresh, you're gonna have this effect right here, which is very nice in the loading state. So before you get the data, you're gonna have this moving animated skeleton before the page loads, and you can structure it the way you want. It's fully customizable. You can change like the colors, the position, everything. So let me just show you right here. Okay, and this is when it's our profile. So we have two buttons, but if we are in a different profile, we're gonna have three. Okay, so that's actually very cool. So you see, we're trying to replicate what the data is gonna be there. Okay, and maybe I'm not gonna make it like 100% perfect, but you can do that because I'm gonna show you how to exactly do everything. And if there is something missing, you can do it yourself. It's not that big of a deal. Also right here, we're gonna have loaders. So as you see, very nice loaders. Okay, and this is also gonna be nice in the light and dark mode. So this is in the light mode. Okay, as you see, it's very nice. You can go between accounts and it's very nice also right here. Okay, and it's also 100% responsive. So let me just show you. So like this is in the mobile view. If you're fresh, it's gonna be also responsive and everything is fine. As you see, we have two buttons right here, and if we are like on a different account, it's gonna be three, because and displayed this way, because right here is gonna be three displayed this way. Okay, so like everything is done perfectly. I won't say perfectly because you always can make it better, but actually the logic behind it and how to actually work it is the thing that matters. Okay, and then you can make the whole page a skeleton. It won't matter. Okay, and also in the home page you can add this right here. So let me just go back to dark mode, also refresh, and as you see, it's right here, and you click right here. Also when I'm gonna have the loading, I'm gonna show you how like to do them. So like you can also make like some boxes, you know, circles, whatever you want. Okay, so it's gonna be a very nice tutorial, so bear ready and just focus with me a bit so we can do this without any problems. So to make this happen, we're gonna need an animated SVG, which is what this package offers us, which is called React Loading Skeleton. There are other options, but they are a bit limited. This is like the most basic one, but it's actually the most customizable. So you have like a lot of options and you can make it like responsive and other stuff. The others are a bit limited and they look horrible on the responsiveness side. So this is the best tool I've found for this, kind of thing that we need. So I'm going to leave this link in the resources. I'm also going to leave this code, this sandbox, for you, which is like the most basic examples you can find for this ones. Okay, I'm going to use a bit complicated than that, but this is like the basic one. Okay, so first of all, let me install it. So let me take that, go back right here, open the terminal, and just make sure that you are in the front end. Okay, and then install it right here. Okay, and then you can take like the most basic example, which is like, let me take the imports first, which is this one right here. Okay, let me close that. We're gonna have this in the profile, so I'm gonna go back right here to source, then pages, then home, not home, profile, and then the index, and then I'm gonna go to the top and import both of them. Okay, that's the first thing. So you can take like the most basic example. Let me take this one, and I can go back right here. So now we're in the profile. So if you go back and have it like in the beginning of the profile, like right here. Okay, and save. Okay, and as you see, it's gonna be right here, and you can define like a height for it. This is like the most basic one, like a height like 350 pixel. Okay, we already have the height, sorry. So this is, let's change this like 350 and then save. Okay, and as you see, it's right here. Okay, and this is the type. If you go back right here, you're gonna find type circle. You can remove that, and now it's gonna be the normal state. So this is how it looks like normally, which is a bit ugly, so we need to work a lot on that. So first of all, let me remove that from here, and as you see, we had this loading state right here. Okay, so if you remember, this loading state is just the loading state that we set before getting the data, and then we change it to false when we get the data and everything. Okay, so that means when loading is true, that means we are getting the data, so we can use that to show what we want. So like right here, this cover and this profile picture, this only going to be showing when the loading is not true. So we can go, if the loading, I can do it a better way so you can understand this more. I can go like when it's true, so we can see it and actually look at it. So this is what's gonna happen when it's true. Else we're gonna show this. Let me copy all of that, an empty tag, and this is what we're gonna see. Okay, so those gonna disappear, and this is what actually I'm going to see, which is like exactly like the cover. But if you want to make sure, like right here, let me add also an empty tag. Sorry, what I did, let me go back right here. Okay, so let me cut that and have an empty tag also, because we're gonna have many of them. Okay, and I want to structure it the same way like we had before. So if this is not true, so the same structure that we have right here, we want to make it also there. So let me just show you how we're gonna do it. We're gonna go back to the cover, which is the first one, and we're gonna take like their parent divs, okay, which has all the size for them. Like for the profile cover, I can take that, okay, and I can go and add it to the first one. Sorry, not here. Okay, so this is for the cover, and save, and that's gonna apply the style of it in the cover so it doesn't overflow or anything. And then you can continue, like if I want one for the profile picture, it's gonna be also a bit simple. So I can take the same div that we had, which is gonna be right here, this one, profile image wrap. I can go back right here and add it after this. Okay, I can take this skeleton, go back right here, and also I want to apply the same styles that I had for the image, so it looks the same. So for that image that we had right here, the height was 180 pixel and the width was also 180 pixel. Okay, and as you see right now, and it was a circle, so I'm gonna add circle right here like that. So it's actually pretty simple, it's not that hard. Also gonna push it up, so because that's what it was, so I can add a style for it, like just a simple div. Okay, so you can add like a style for it, and then we're gonna use transform, and then right here we can have translate y, and it was minus 3.6 RAM, I believe. So this is how it looks for now. And also one thing, if you inspect, I want you to go back to the profile image wrap and add a z index, at least one. If you remove that, it's gonna go under that, and it's under that for now. For you, I want you to add a z index for it, if it's like under. Okay, if it's fine like that, then it's normal. You can also check like the difference between them by going like this one and maybe make it loading. Well, actually, let me first of all make it not true, just false, so we can see actually how it was. Okay, so how it was, let me inspect, and as you see, the circle 180 pixel, so that's it. But like I feel like it's not the same position, so let me see, change this to loading so we can compare them. So as you save, yeah, so as you see, one is right here and this one is to the right, so they are actually not in the same place. So we can go back to this one, which is the profile image wrap, and add a style for it. So we're gonna use margin bottom, okay, which is gonna be like minus 3 point, I don't know, like 2 or 6, like 2. Okay, and then also we're gonna need to translate y, so transform and then translate y, and we can push it up top like minus 8 pixel. Okay, it's still not the same. I feel like I know the problem, because if you inspect right here, this profile was inside this div, which is called profile left. Okay, we can take that class name, because that's gonna house so this is how it's actually gonna be in the right place. So if you go back right here, so right here under the image wrap before the skeleton, I can add that. Okay, and this class name is gonna take the whole skeleton inside, and save. So sorry, like that, and save. Okay, so now if I refresh, as you see, it's actually taking like the same place. I feel like for this one right here, we need to push it like maybe less. Yeah, because I feel like we pushed it too much top. Let me just refresh. Yeah, maybe like there's 2 fixes for that. You can go and remove the cover from here. Okay, let me refresh right now. Yeah, so that's the first fix. Okay, but it's not the best one, because we want also the cover. Let me see. Okay, so we need to push it just a bit, not much. Okay, so I can go to the margin bottom, maybe like 2.8, save. Yeah, we need to push it more. So as you see right now, yeah, it's actually like the same. Yeah, you could see. So let me refresh. Yeah, it's actually, now the image is the one that we need to push a bit, so I can go now to the actual one under here, and I can just make it like 2. And just try 1. Yes, we need to push it like 3. Yeah, so you see, you can try with the values, and now if you refresh, it's like looks in the same place. Okay, so you can try that and see how it's gonna look. So now for this side right here, we can just like inspect and see what class name they had. Okay, so as you see, they are all in the profile W column. Okay, as you see right here, and then we have the name, and in the name we have 2. We have the name, okay, and we have the other name, and then we have the friend count, and then we have the friend images. So we're gonna just use the same class name to put the skeletons there. Okay, so I can go back right there, and then let me just see. So after the inside the profile left, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that here, and then we're gonna have the profile w call. Okay, that's the class name, and then we're gonna have one for the profile name, so profile name. Okay, and we're gonna have skeleton. So let me take one of them like that. This is not gonna have any styles, this is just gonna be perfect. So the height could be like 35 pixel, and then the width, like you can just push it as much as you want. For me, like 200 maybe. Let me save and see. Okay, and it's not, should not be a circle, sorry. So let me remove the circle and see again. Okay, yeah, so you can like just play with these values to make it the way you want. So go back right here. So that's the first skeleton. We're gonna have another skeleton which is gonna be just under that, and the skeleton under that is simply gonna be like just less, like 30, and the width like just less, way less, like just 100. It's actually it's gonna be in the same line because the profile name I believe has flex. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be in the same line, and then when we're gonna go to the small screen, it's just gonna go directly to the column. Okay, we just need to push it a bit to be in the center. So I can go back right here, and this one I can add a style, and then transform, and then translate y, and then like 5 pixel, and put this inside the string. Okay, like that, and save. Translate, if I can actually write. So let me see. Yeah, it's too much. It should not be 5, it should be like just the in the center, so 2.5. Yeah, like that. So as you see right now, it might not be perfect, but you gotta work on that. Okay, you know, like how we do it. So that's for that. So now for this small text right here, which is like says 3 friends, I can take the class name. So this one, profile friend count, I can take that. Then after the name, we can have it. We can have a skeleton there. Okay, then right here, this is gonna be like 20 in the height and 90 width. Okay, let me just see how it's gonna look. Yeah, we need to just push it a bit from the top. Okay, so maybe in the style translate y, it should be like margin top. You can use the margin top, so you can push it actually margin top, and then like 5 pixel. Okay, let me just see. Yeah, so let me refresh right now. So I've noticed another problem that we had right here. If you refresh, look at the cover, it's like more height. Okay, so you see it's like a bit more height, and also it doesn't have the border radius that these ones have. Okay, so let me fix that before we continue. That's good, because it didn't even do it for the first build. So we can make that 47, which is gonna fix that for the height, and also gonna go to the style and go. Now the border sorry, what am I doing? Border radius, and then it's gonna be 8 pixel, the same one we had. So now if you're fresh, it's actually way better. That actually makes a lot of difference, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's fine. Now we can continue with this one right here. So let me get the class name, which was this one, profile friend images. I can take that, go now after the account and add this right here. Okay, so if you remember, we had like a lot of images right here. Okay, let me just explain. So we had a lot of images right here, and we took every single one image and just pushed it. As you see, transform, we have translate So this is push 0 because when I stay there, this one push more 7 pixels to the left and the rest is like 14. Then, depend on the step that you did. So we've done this before, you know how to do it. So we need an array for that. So we can generate an array directly from here. We can do it up top. So we can go, array.from, it's going to be new array. You can define how much you want. For example, it's going to be 6 for us, okay? And then simply you can go right here and define the value and then the index. And right here, so the value is going to start from 0, okay? So you can just go the index plus 1. So every time it's going to add 1. So that's that, and then we can map through it and we get the ID and then the index. And right here you can go and just simply, this is actually pretty simple. We've done this before many times and I believe you understand this. We're going to have a skeleton. If you didn't, you can tell me and I'm going to have another video for it to explain. So I don't have a problem with that. So right here we can have define a height and width. So this is going to be circle because an image is rounded, and then it's going to be 32, and also this one is going to be 32, okay? And for the style is going to be different. Okay, so let me just show you. So right here we have 6 elements, okay? That's what we did. We just created an array of 6 elements and then map through it to get everything, okay? So now we're going to go to the index or to the style and use the index to push it. So also done before. So in the style we're going to go translate, and then we can use backticks, and we're going to go okay, so this should be transform. Okay, and right here is going to be translate x. Okay, and right here is going to be minus the index, which is in the beginning is going to be 0, the second is going to be 1, and then we can multiply it by 7, which is what we had, and this is going to be pixel. So that means the first element is going to be pushed minus 0 because this is going to be 0. The second image is going to be 1, so this is going to be pushed to the left minus 7 pixel, then 14, 21, 28, and you can continue. So let me refresh, and as you see, the effect has been done like that. So you can define how many images you want. If you want just 2, you can do with 3. I'm just doing 6 because that's the maximum. So it's not going to be more than 6 even when you show right here the actual images. So that looks cool.